Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Smith and Rowland podcast, brought to you by Travel Mug. Travel Mugs are us. All you have to do to get your travel mug is go to the store and buy it. So there. Sponsored by Travel Mug. Everybody needs one.
Everybody, just go get you one.
You can't travel without a travel mug. I got travel mugs all over America. Basically, in every place I've ever went, I have left a travel mug that has forced me to buy a new one.
Yeah, and most of them's here at the office.
Yeah, they are, by the way.
Yeah, by the way. How you doing, Rowland?
I'm fine. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good, actually. Look at me.
Let's bypass all that today. It's all foolish jesting should be set aside for today, because everyone knows I'm not a jester. Hey, we got something that we need to do an honorable mention on before. Before we get started on the topic for today, because this topic is important to me. Okay. But I don't want to go without mentioning the insanity down in Charlotte, because we live within an hour of that insanity.
Okay, all right.
And it just absolutely blows my mind. And if I can say this, I can get it off of my mind and move on.
All right, go ahead.
I want to say that in any protest, everyone pretty much knows this, I'm sure, but the protesters that shows up in these cities where ICE is on a mission to arrest violators, gross violators, I should add, murderers, rapists, all of the rest. Every time these protesters show up, they're being paid by somebody to be there. Mm-hmm. And they drape themselves in flags from other countries, and that bothers me in and of itself. I think that in answer to that, the FBI has a responsibility to find out who's paying for all this. Mm-hmm. These are not spontaneous, organic protests.
No, they're being paid.
And I'm not saying that there's not some spontaneous, organic people showing up, but for the most part, these are organized things that are being paid for by somebody, some group, some activist group. Somebody's paying these people to do this. I think we ought to deport the ones that's draping other flags around themselves to protest. We ought to deport them to the country that they're promoting by the flags they're carrying. And I think that the FBI should, and I'm sure they are, investigating who, if anybody's paying for this stuff, and they need to go to jail, because these are not peaceful protests. When you get in a van and try to run over ICE agents, that's attempted murder. And so it's went beyond the pale of peaceful protest. And it's a shame that Charlotte has fallen by the same wayside as Chicago and other cities.
What sparked the Charlotte, I think they're calling the Operation Charlotte Web.
Yeah.
And, what fueled it was when the guy stabbed the girl on the subway.
Yeah.
And
for no reason.
It just he just started stabbing her and he killed her.
Yeah, and he had already been arrested for several things.
Yeah, and hadn't been out that long. And she had escaped the Ukraine to come to the United States. You know why?
Yeah, for safety.
So she wouldn't be killed. and so the truth is, it was safer for her in the Ukraine than in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Think of that.
I mean, just think of that.
Think of that.
And so therefore, Trump said, okay, I'm going to send a little help down toward Charlotte. They're going to need a little help. And there's several other things that happened as far as some shootings.
Yeah.
First one thing and another, that it looked like that the violence, I think the violent crime in Charlotte is up over 200% this year, was the numbers I heard yesterday.
And they've arrested 200 illegal criminals in Charlotte of the violent sort. These are not just people that cross the border and that's their only crime, though that's a crime, and though that should be punished to do that. But these are violent criminals that they're hunting down. Over 200 they've arrested, and that in turn caused people to go out in the street, drape flags of other countries around them, and in protest, and shut city streets down and try to run over ICE agents, and those are not peaceful protests. So I wanted to point that out, that it looks like that North Carolina is going by the way of Illinois, California, and other states because of our liberal municipalities and the local government and our liberal governor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No other way to really say that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what year it was that the state legislature went conservative and Republican, but we've had a Democrat governor the whole time.
I don't get that.
It's really hard to get policies done and changed and good legislation when you've got a governor that vetoes everything that comes out of the House. And then when you've got your largest cities like Charlotte that gathers all of the liberal politicians to make speeches against ICE and against the rule of law. That's what they're doing. They're making speeches against the rule of law. I wish people would take note of that and do their protesting where it should be done. If you believe that the immigration laws are wrong, then you should. The way to protest is not to try to get in a vehicle and run over law enforcement personnel. On the universities and took them over there and dropped them out, they wouldn't live a day and a half. Hamas had killed. Totally agree with that wholeheartedly. And you trace that back and move on here. But dive on it. They might find out that our own government is paying for these programs. Tax money that we pay.
And
chipping in all that. But
it just be,
bothers me.
Let it be known.
Other countries' flag in the protest.
That's bothering you a little
That
bit.
bothers me.
You see, what you need to do is look at my composure of how I handle this. People burn it, they better.
We were talking about two topics, and I want to bring them up again because we took those issues back. They all have a